Good evening and welcome to Web Development and Server Maintenance. My name is Aaron Kaitis. I'm sorry that I couldn't be with you this evening. Unfortunately, I'm teaching a class at the local community college, but thanks to Mr. Rogers filling in for me, we're able to connect a bit tonight anyway. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about my experience as well as the curriculum the students are going to be working on for this half-year course and some of my expectations so that you know what they're going to be working throughout the year. A little bit about me. I went to Montclair State University for my degrees both in mathematics and my minor in computer science, as well as my master's, and combining some of my out-of-college experience, I was able to get my computer science certification earlier this year. Our school does actually have a CTE program for computer science, of which this class is part of that department. If students are interested in pursuing that, I'd be happy to instruct them into the different organizations to work with in order to get it. My experience outside of college, which lends into this, is mostly as a web designer and programmer. I worked at a telecommunications company for approximately 12 years before I became a teacher. In addition to that, at which point I did web development, server maintenance, building phone systems, and I also worked with small to medium-sized businesses for different technological needs within the business, website requirements, mobile sites, and other various items that they needed to work through to make their business more efficient. If you ever have any questions for me or any concerns, please don't hesitate to give me a call or send me an email. My email address is on the screen. It's akaitis@vtsd.com. Thanks to the advent of smartphones, I'm able to check my email very quickly and very often. You should get a quick response. If for some reason I don't respond to you via email, or if you just prefer a different means of communication, please feel free to give me a call through the office or leave a note in my mailbox. I can either give you a call back or set up a meeting with you in person, whatever works best for you. Our grading policy within this class is 10% for class participation, 10% for homework, 30% for quizzes, and 50% for tests. Now, quizzes and tests for this class are a little different than your standard math class. Most of them will be project-based, whether it's creating a website about a content that they choose or working in a group to meet a certain challenge for a certain type of application. They'll have lots of ways to show me the knowledge that they have. I expect a few things from the kids. First and foremost, I need them to be in the class, and I expect them on time so that I can work with them and teach them the content. I also ask them to respect each other. It's very important that we create a positive environment so they can learn. In addition, I ask them to bring a pen or a pencil and a notebook, and occasionally a book if I give them one. It's really important, especially for people who haven't really dealt with web design before, to be able to draw things out and really plan ahead, kind of like when writing a paper and making an outline, in order to be successful. This is a very different skill than a lot of other things that a lot of students have worked on, and I want to make sure I set them up for success as best as I can. In addition, should there be any homework, I do ask them to do it on time because we'll use it directly the next day in class, and regardless of whether they find it easy or hard, I ask them to give me their best effort. That way I can work with them and they can get the most out of the class. The curriculum focuses on a couple of core web languages, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. HTML being the building blocks of websites, CSS being the structure of how it looks, and JavaScript really adding some user functionality, at least in a general sense. Our focus is going to be on design through real-world applications, and in addition to that, both for CSS and JavaScript, we'll be working through frameworks. So we'll be adding on, once they work on basic CSS, they'll learn a little bit about Bootstrap. When they work through basic JavaScript, they'll be learning a bit about jQuery. And that should give them a pretty good understanding and feel for what it's like to really make a pretty good looking web page and a very functional one. We'll pick topics that are either from businesses that I've worked with or things that they have interest in, and we'll use that as a way to sort of hook their attention and their interest to get them to work hard on the projects and really learn as much as they possibly can. In closing, if you have any questions for me, again, please don't hesitate to reach out. I really appreciate you coming out tonight. And if there's anybody that would like to meet in person, please just let me know. I'll be happy to set up a meeting. Thank you very much for your time, and have a great evening.